Dear boys and girls, today I am going to discuss with you participle as non-finite verb. In my last class, I discussed participle as verbal adjective. And now today's topic of discussion is participle as non-finite verb. Then what is non-finite verb? A non-finite verb is actually has nothing to do with the main sentence. Clear? And what is a finite verb? A verb that is guided and controlled by the number and person of the subject is called a finite verb. Okay? Now, I am going to give you some pairs of sentences to combine each pair into a simple sentence by using participle. For example, I completed my morning walk. I took a cup of tea and then I went out for market. And you see that there are three simple sentences, and we shall have to combine all these three sentences into one simple sentence by using participle. You see that there is always a cause and effect relation between the main sentence and the other sentences. The causes will be picked up to use participle. For example, the first incident that took place, I completed my morning walk. When there are two participles simultaneously, you will have to use perfect participle first. Having completed my morning work and taking a cup of tea, I went out for the market. Now, went out is the finite verb, you see, and two participles have been connected by and. The first participle is perfect participle, having completed, having plus past participle of the verb, and the second participle is present participle, present form of the verb plus ing. So, having completed my morning walk and taking a cup of tea, I went out for the market. So, went out is the finite verb. Number two, I watered the plants in my father's garden. Then I went to the playground. There are two sentences only. Then what have you done first? First, you have watered the plants in your father's garden. And then you went to the playground. Okay? So, you will have to write watering the plants in my father's garden, or having watered the garden in my father's garden, having watered the plants in my father's garden, I went out for the playground, or I went to the playground. And you will have to keep it in mind that you must give a comma after the participle. Remember it. Okay? Now I am taking another pair of sentences. I read the novel, then I went to my bed. So there are two actions here. First, you have read the novel and then went to bed. So, reading the novel, present form of the verb plus ing, or having read the novel, having plus past participle of the verb. Okay? I went to bed. Went is the finite verb. Okay? Now let us take another pair of sentences. For example, the birds returned to their nests. Then they slept. Okay? The birds returned to their nests. Then they slept. So, having returned to their nests or returning to their nests, the birds slept. Okay? So, having returned or returning, both are finite verbs, and only both are non-finite verbs. Both are non-finite verbs, and slept is the only finite verb. So, what is the simple sentence? A sentence having only one finite verb is called a simple sentence. Mind it. Now, I come to the conclusion that when there are two or three actions, the first action should be perfect participle, the second action should be present participle, and the third one should have the finite verb. Clear? So, you must constantly practice with 2 or 3 or 4 simple sentences to combine them into one simple sentence by using participle. But remember it that while you are using participle, the subject must be the same person. The subject must be the same person. There must not be two persons. Example given. I am giving you another example. Mr. Roy came to our house, bag and baggage. Then he rested for a while. So, what should be the combining of the sentences? Having come to our house, or coming to our house, bag and baggage, comma, Mr. Roy rested for a while. Rested is the finite verb, or having come or coming are non-finite verbs. So, Mr. Roy is the same person. Remember it. Okay? So, participle as non-finite verb has been discussed tonight, and I request all of my students, all of my subscribers, and many others to subscribe my channel so that I may come before you with tidbits of grammar, so that you may write, you may read, and you may comprehend English independently. Okay? Good night. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.